Hello, this is Mary Ellen with Portraits of Me, and today I'm doing a tag video. And the tag video today that I'm doing is called The Dilemmas of a Book Nerd Tag. Okay, that's my impression of a book nerd. I know, not very good, right? I don't do impressions very well. Hi, this is Mary Ellen with Portraits of Me, and today I'm doing a tag video. And the video I'm going to be doing, or the tag I'm going to be doing, is called The Dilemmas of a Book Nerd Tag. And I was tagged to do this video by Krista from Books and Jams. I'll put her video below and all her information about this tag as well will be in the description box below, with the originator who came up with this tag, and I think that is Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library. Let me check on that real quick. Yay, I think I got that right. So I'll put all their links below to their videos. If you're interested in seeing theirs, please click on them and give them your support. So we're gonna get right into the questions. The first question is book storage. How do you store and organize your books? So I'm going to take you to my library to show you how I organize and store all the books that I have accumulated. Okay, welcome to my bookshelves. As you can see, I'm showing you two shelves full of books that I need to read. These are all the books I have accumulated that I still have to read. And this right here are the books that are on my TBR for the year. So these are the books I want to read in 2019. And the rest of these shelves are books that I have already read. So all of these books I've read, and I have organized them by genre and then by book series and then height. So that's what you're seeing on all these shelves here. And that's how I organize my shelves. And I hope you enjoy this quick little bookshelf tour. So now we come to dilemma number 2. And that dilemma is, how do you keep track of what you have read and what books you own? Again, like the clip I just showed you in that first question, pretty much answers the second question as well. But I also do utilize Goodreads, and I just started doing that recently, maybe a year ago. So I do track what I'm reading on Goodreads, so it shows me what I read in the year. I haven't really gotten into the nitty-gritty of tracking. This year I am trying something new where I'm tracking all the new books that I've purchased for 2019 to see how many books I buy for the year. But as far as reading, I just track pretty much what I want to read, and that's not all the books either. It's just what I end up tagging on Goodreads, as well as all the books I have read for the year, and that one's a true number. Dilemma number 3. Borrow? Do you tend to lend your books out? I do lend my books out because I like to share the joy of reading with others. So if there is a book I know someone would really enjoy, I do give them the copy that I have and lend it out. I don't always get them back, so I try not to lend out the books that are signed or have some special meaning to myself, because I just might not get it back and I don't want to chance that. But I will lend anything else out that doesn't have any sentimental value linked to me. Dilemma number 4. Buying. How do you buy or acquire your books? I buy and acquire my books in several different ways. I'm sure like a lot of book lovers do. My main source of books used to be Book Outlet. I used to get a lot of Book Outlet orders, and then I switched over to thrift books because I only have to spend $10. I can get that 1 or 2 books that I want versus going to Book Outlet where I need to spend $35 to get that free shipping, which would make me spend a lot more money than I want to sometimes. So thrift books is the main online ordering that I do. However, I do visit Goodwill and secondhand stores to also get my books, as well as library sales and book sales that are put on by people like garage selling or church sales. And then I also buy my books at Barnes & Noble. I do have a book buddy that I go to Barnes & Noble with maybe 2 or 3 times a month, and we do purchase books during those visits. I try to get books that are on sale or are special editions exclusive to Barnes & Noble, or signed copy books. Those types of books are the only books I like to buy at full price with coupons. So that's where I get a lot of my books from. Question number 5. Comments. How do you respond to the "how do you read so much" comment or similar comments? I really don't get those comments. I don't hang out with a lot of people. I know that sounds bad, but I tend to just hang out with work people, people I go to church with, and then my family, and none of them really bring up how I read so much. They do exclaim like, "Wow, you read a lot this year," or "That's good that you read a lot," but nothing negative as, "Where do you find the time to read?" I don't get any comments like that. If I did, I don't know how I would answer that. Probably just smile and say, "Well, I find the time." Like everybody finds time to do the things that they love to do. So that's answer to that question. Let's go to question number 6. Next book. How do you pick your next read? I have a TBR pile of books I want to read for the year, but they're not all the books that I'm going to be reading that year. So I pick a book or two from that pile, and then I just pick a book off my shelves, either that I find interesting, that it's been maybe hyped up on BookTube, that just grabbed my interest and I want to read it, or I don't know, I'm a mood reader, I guess. I just pick a book that suits my mood for that moment, and then I just read it. So I do have a designated TBR, but then I also pick books that are mood related that I want to read for that month. Dilemma number 7, travel. How do you pick what books you bring on vacation with you? That's pretty simple. I just pick the books that I'm reading for that month. So if I started a book and I'm not done with it, then it comes with me on travel. I don't have any type of series or any type of genre that I want to read when I'm on vacation. Basically, whatever I'm reading at that time goes with me on vacation. Question number 8. Annotate. Do you write or highlight or mark up your books in any way? No, I don't. I like my books in pristine condition. I like them to look new for as long as I can have them look new. However, there is an exception, and that exception is with books that are meant to be written in, like Bible studies, or books that, I guess Bible studies are the main ones that I would write in because they ask questions. So if the books ask you questions where you're intended to write an answer, then yes, I'll write in the book or highlight. Same with my Bible. I'll highlight the verses that have touched me or have special meaning to me. But other than that, as far as fictionist books go, is fictionist a word? Probably not. But as far as fiction books go, or, you know, just general reading books, no, I don't highlight or write in them. The most I would do is a post-it note, but that's about it. Dilemma number 9. New or backlist? Which do you prefer, new releases or backlist books? Now this is an interesting question because normally it's backlist because I don't like to pay full price for my books. So the books that I normally find on sale are books that have been out for a few years. That's when they go on sale. So that's what I normally buy. However, since I've been doing BookTube and watching videos from you all suggesting such wonderfully interesting new releases, I have been kind of jumping on that new release train. I haven't yet pre-ordered a book. Wait, I take that back. I did pre-order a few boxes from Owl Crate and Beacon Book Box, but as far as pre-ordering just the book from the publisher, I've never done that. I always wait till it comes out into the store and then I'll snatch it up. But my go-to is still backlist because there are so many books that I want to read that are a few years old that I can get cheaper, that I will do that instead of buying full price books that are new releases. So basically backlist girl, but still like my new releases now and again. Question number 10, sequels. Do you read books as they are released or wait for an entire series to be published before reading the first book? Well, since I'm a backlist girl, normally the series is pretty much published by the time I notice it and start reading it, so that's a good thing. I can basically buy most of the series at once and then read it that way. However, like I said, because of BookTube, there are a few series that I've purchased and read and had to wait, like, for example, 3 Dark Crowns, and The Curl Prince is another one that I just recently bought, so I'm buying them as they're coming out. It really doesn't matter to me. I'll wait or I won't. It just depends on if it's a newer series or an older series. Did that really answer the question? I guess it doesn't matter for me. Okay, so let's go to, I think, the last question. The last question is a bonus question. Now, Krista added this one at the end of her video, and I thought I would answer it as well. So her bonus question is long or short books. I like both. I have trouble reading long books since I've started making booktube videos because I feel like if I read a long book, it takes longer and I don't have as many books to talk about on my channel. So some of my chunker books, the ones that are really fat, I haven't been reading as much because talking about one book versus maybe 4 that I could have read for the month is a big difference when you're trying to make videos for your channel. However, I've been trying to put a few of those big books on my TBR. Like this month I'm reading Game of Thrones, the 5th book, Feast of Crows, and that one's taken me a while. It's already been like 3 or 4 weeks and I'm only halfway through, and it's over 1,000 pages and I'm on like page 500. I think I'm only halfway through, so that one's going to take me a while. However, big or short, long or short I should say, it doesn't matter. I like both types of books. It just depends on the subject the book is talking about as well. Of course, if it's a really interesting book, I don't mind if it's nice and long because I enjoy that world and those people. And then shorter books are fun because you feel like you've read a lot and you accomplished a lot when you see those numbers increasing on your Goodreads list showing how many books you've read that year. So I guess I didn't really answer that one either, huh? I like them both. So that's it. Those are all the questions for this tag. I hope you enjoyed my answers. If you are interested in doing this tag, please do so and make sure you link your video below because I would love to watch it and see what your answers are to all of these questions. And as always, you guys, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. And consider subscribing to my channel if this is content you are interested in. I do try to post a book-related video at least once a week. And as always, have a great morning, day, evening, or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!